Hi guys, I'm live. This is my phone cord because my phone is going dead. So we're having some technical difficulties. Hopefully everybody can see. I'm going to turn that light off because I think it looks better when my light is off. Oh good, there's Chris because she just texted me and was like, aren't you live? Hello, hello, hello. Hey Megan. I'm laughing. Okay, good. Hi, guys. So there's no description of anything. It's like, hey, this is a thankful card. That's what I'm doing. I'll put all of the products I use. I'll put the PDF. I'll put all of that in the description when I'm done here. Okay? I had to get a phone cord. My phone is going dead. I had to plug it in. There's all this weirdness because my cord is like over here hanging everywhere. Right, so we're good now. So I turned this one light off because I think it's easier to see. And I think everything's good. So we're going to make a card today. Let me show you what we're going to make. Okay, so we're going to use this stamp set. And we're also going to use this paper. It's okay. It's okay. I'll get there, guys. And this paper right here, this is the Country Lane designer paper. And we're just using one strip out of this paper. We're using this wood grain paper. So the other side is the stripes, and then we're using this side that has the wood grain on it. Okay. And then we're going to use this stamp set. And then we're using all of this stuff. So we're going to do some coloring. We are going to use the Wink Estella. And then I have this that we're going to use, and I'm going to tell you guys about it. And we're going to make a card. So let me show you. Do you guys want to see a few things I got in the mail? This is kind of like a new tradition here, showing what I've gotten in the mail. We're going to use one of the new products I got in the mail today. So I got another Nuvo drop. This is a crystal drop. So remember I shared these. Oops, sorry guys. I just knocked that. Okay, so remember I shared these and we've been using them. I got the black, the white, and the clear. So this one is gold and we're going to use it today. I think I feel like I need to be closer. I think maybe that's better. So this is my phone cord that's plugged in, keeps pulling my phone down. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, I gotta fix this. Hold on, guys. Okay, I think that'll be better. It's gonna be a little bit hard to see the comments, but we'll get through it. Okay, so this is gold. This is pale gold. So I got this one. I may or may not have ordered a bunch of more of these. You guys will have to wait until next week to find out. And then, so we're going to use that. And then the other thing that I got is this. So this is something, these are a couple things that I've been wanting for probably 1.5 years. So this is a watercolor set, but it is gold and pearlescent. It's water-based paints. And there's gold and red gold, yellow gold, champagne gold, light gold, and then white gold. And so they're watercolors, and I've been wanting them for a while. I finally purchased them. So those are my two new things. I'm going to use them this weekend. Okay, so let's get started making this card. Everybody's come in now. We've chatted a few minutes. I'm starting with a card base. And this card base is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So you just take a 8 1/2 by 11 sheet of cardstock and you cut it in half. at 5 1/2, and then you fold it at 4 1/4, and you get an A2 size card. So this is a thick piece of Whisper White cardstock. So can you guys hear that? Our thick Whisper White cardstock is 110 pounds, and our regular Whisper White, which is this, is 100 pounds. So thank you guys so much for sharing my video today. I appreciate that. So what I've done is I have my card base, and hey, Debbie. So it's going to open this way, which is not normally the way I do a card. You guys know I tend to like this direction better, but it's going to be in this direction. And then I've taken a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and I've just cut 1/4 inch off of it. So it's 5 1/4 by 4, and it's going to create a layer. Okay, so let's set aside our card base, and we're going to do some stamping on this regular piece of Whisper White. So we're going to use this image right here. This is going to be a really simple card, you guys. We're going to do some coloring. I'm going to show you some coloring, but we're not going to be using very many images. We're going to use this image right here, and then we're going to use the sentiment, and this is Country Home. So because I don't have the supply list up top, this is the item number. This is definitely a set you want to make sure you get. So I'm just using a black ink pad, and I'm going to ink this up. We are going to put one right here. And then we're going to put one in this other corner. Kind of looks weird, right? Okay. So I just want to make sure this is dry. This is just a nail file. It's just a nail file from, it's a Sally Hansen's nail file. And I just sometimes like to clean up the edges of my cardstock. My blade, I still haven't changed my blade. I've been talking about it all week that I need to change it. But sometimes if there's any fuzzies, or my blade isn't as sharp, or I've cut black cardstock and then I cut white cardstock, you'll get some fuzzies around the edges of whatever you've cut. So I just have several of these, and I got this at Walmart, Target, whatever, and it's just a regular nail file. So then I just clean up those edges so that there's none of those little fuzzies. Okay, so we have this image right here. And so now we're going to do some coloring. So the colors I'm going to be using are Smoky Slate. It's probably, you guys can't probably even see the writing on those, but we're using Smoky Slate. We're going to use Blackberry Bliss. I heard like it's helpful if you like stack these up all pretty and you put the, oh, well, actually this is Lovely Lipstick and Blackberry Bliss, but that is what we're using because I've already done that and I think that it looks good together. And then of course we're using Bermuda Bay. So dark Bermuda Bay, light Bermuda Bay. And then we're also using Old Olive. Hey, Sarah. Okay, so this is what we're doing, what we're using to color, okay? And then what I have is, I have a Wink of Stella. So this is a clear Wink of Stella. So it's just a glitter brush. Then what I have is, I have a Spectrum Noir sparkle pen. And this is in a very light pink. This is Pink Champagne. And what it is it's a glitter brush with a little bit of color. So it's exactly like a Wink of Stella, except for it has a little bit of color in it. And then it has the glitter, okay? So I have a couple of these. I have some fall colors, like I have a orange one, and then I have a green one. Oops, there goes my cord. I'm gonna have to fix it. And a green one. These are fun. I don't use them very much. I usually just stick to the Wink of Stella. But that's what I have. Okay, so I can't zoom in because this is just on my phone. I don't have the ability to zoom in. So you guys will have to bear with me while I do this coloring, and I can't get directly over the image because of my phone. So we're gonna see how this goes. So what I wanna do is I wanna start out with Bermuda Bay. So these are alcohol markers, and that simply means that they have the ability to blend. So you're gonna be able to use a dark color and a light color, and you're gonna be able to blend this together. Sorry, guys. Have a little drink of tea there. And then also these are going to bleed through. So you're going to see a lot of bleeding on the back here. And these are much like Copic markers. So if you're familiar with Copic markers, these just tend to have a better price point. And they're easier to use in that you get you can get a combo pack and you get a dark pen and a light pen, and you just use those together and you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to figure out if these are going to blend together because they're already made to blend together, right? So we're going to start with Bermuda Bay, and we're going to do this flower right here. And what I like to do is right there in the middle of the flower, I'm just taking the dark color and I'm pushing it out. Then I'm going to take the light color and we're going to start in where the dark color is with our light marker, and we're going to fill in the rest. So this is like walking and chewing gum with me. I can't color and talk at the same time. So you guys will have to bear with me. Usually I just cut all of this out of my video or I speed it up. And I'm nervous coloring in front of people. It's not my favorite thing to do. Coloring, like, I don't get all excited about coloring. It's not something that like I choose to do on a regular basis. Okay, so now we're gonna do the same with our old olive. So I'm using the brush tip, and where these leaves are, I'm going to do dark kind of in the middle here. Not kind of, I'm doing dark in the middle. And I'm being careful on the edges because if you're not careful, that ink is going to bleed outside of the lines of your stamped image. So what you want to look for is the darker places are going to be where the lines are. Or at least, you know, that's what I tell myself. I got to look closely here. So is that a leaf? What do you guys think? Is that a leaf? And is that a leaf? Oh, you can't see where I'm pointing. Do you think this is a leaf and this is a leaf? Let me know what you think. Okay, so now I'm going to take the lighter. I'm going to start in the darker area because we're blending. Remember, we're pulling that color around and blending. You could use watercolor pencils to do this. You could use, you know, you could watercolor this image where you use your ink pads to do the watercoloring. And you could use the Wink Estella brush in your ink pads to do that. I do like the way the coloring looks when you use alcohol markers. I just think this is very tedious. This is relaxing to some people. For me, it's stressful. You get the point, right? So again, I'm just like going into that dark color. I don't want a really harsh, what is it? Like, I don't want it to look harsh. Okay, so then we'll go over here and we're going to do the same thing. I'm sorry I can't get in closer, and I just went outside the lines. So I'm not perfect at this. Okay. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. That was weird. I'm not sure what, like if this is a leaf or if it's cotton. I was going to get fancy and I grabbed some Q-tips because I've seen people add like the cotton from Q-tips to like the cotton pieces. And then I was like, that's too difficult. I don't understand. Hey, Bobby, I don't understand how to do that. I can't do it. So then what I'm going to do is take, this is the Blackberry Bliss. And I'm going to take the other end of the marker. Are you guys still seeing me? And I'm just doing these little dots in here. I'm not filling them all the way out. You can see there's a little bit of white with them. So I'm just adding a few dots into these circles. These are very juicy markers. So when you put your marker to the paper is gonna soak up that ink. It's just gonna like suck it right from your marker. So now I'm taking the lovely lipstick. So this isn't the light Blackberry Bliss, which is kind of funny, but it works. And then I'm going in, and again, I'm going over the dark part and then into the light part. It's giving it a little bit of a highlight. And then you can also see that I'm doing all of the coloring of one thing at a time. So like I did all of the purple at once. I did all of the leaves at once. Okay, so then I'm gonna do gray. Everybody still with me? Okay, so instead of going in between these little circles, I'm not even gonna deal with it. Look at that. I'm just adding some color into that. And then we'll take the light gray. This is probably the easiest of the images to color because it's larger. I don't know what colors these are supposed to be. I don't know. I don't necessarily really ever color something the way it's supposed to be. I mean, like, I guess, like, yeah, the leaves are green, but all this other stuff, I don't really know if that's real or not. I just do it, like, how I think it'll look pretty. And then as you layer these, if you want to go over, like, if I want to take this lighter color and go over the lighter color again, it's going to darken it up. So I don't know what this is supposed to be. I don't know what this is supposed to be. So I don't know. Do I do it in Bermuda Bay? A bunch of this is going to be covered up. So that's the other thing is, even though I'm taking a lot of time to color this, a bunch of this is going to be covered up with what we're going to do, but that was probably a leaf, but oh well. I don't want to try to guess at what's going to be covered up and what's not going to be covered up. So I just want to color this, and then if it's covered up, it's covered up. But then if it's not, it won't be. Okay, so add some light. And then here. And then seriously, we're going to be done with this in 30 seconds. Okay, so you can see on the back how it ended up bleeding. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to use the Big Shot. So let me grab that so I can show you what we're going to do. Knocking everything over. Okay, here's the Big Shot. We're going to use our Big Shot platform. We're going to use this embossing folder. This is the Settles embossing folder. We're going to take this and we're going to run it right through this embossing folder. Stamped image and everything. You can just go through once. Okay, so let me move this back. Okay. Take this out of the embossing folder. And now we have some great texture on this cardstock. Okay. So now I have some pieces here. So first, let's go ahead and stamp our sentiment. And I'm just using this, is Simply Thankful for All Things. And I'm using a stitched oval from the Stitch Shaped Framelits. I don't think that's in there very, yeah, it's a little off, but that's okay. So I want to let that dry. And then for this piece, now you can see how this piece is going to be covered up. So you can see like almost all of that gray. And maybe I want to trim this a little tiny bit because I don't want all of that to be covered. So I'm going to do, let's do 1 3/4 and see how that looks. I still think it needs to be more. So maybe like 1 1/2. So it'll be 1 1/2 by 5 1/4. And it's going to go right here. See, it covers up quite a bit of that coloring. And that's okay. And then what I'm going to do is add this twine. Hi, Reba. Hey, Joanne. So what I'm going to do is just add some, oh, you know what I should do is I should do it this way. Okay. So this is going to go here like this, and we're still, I have other things to add to the images, but, and then this is going to go here. What I was thinking is this should go here like this. I don't usually, I was going to add this the other way, but let's try this again. Wrap this around several times. Hey, Mom. Okay. My mom would like this because she likes to color. She would have liked all the coloring. You missed all the coloring, Mom. Okay. Oh, I think this is going to be pretty. I didn't think to do this. I was going to do the twine the other way, but I think this will be pretty. So then we can move that along if we need to. So I'll just line this up. Okay. And then we're going to put this here. So we need some dimensionals. Okay. Not done yet, you guys. Not done. Almost. Okay. It's like covers up like all the coloring I did on this one. Oh, makes me sad. I mean, I guess it still would be pretty even if you didn't do the coloring. So now we'll bring our card base back over. So now the question is, should I pop this up? Like, should I pop this piece up or should I just do it straight down? I'm going to do it straight down, but I'm going to show you another one that I did where I popped it up, and then you guys can decide which one you like better. Oh, here's my snail. I'm using a lot of adhesive on this piece. Hi, Iona. Because it's embossed. So I want to make sure that it really sticks. Okay, so there's this. Okay. So then what we're going to do, okay, so we're going to use this, we're going to use this, and we're going to use the Wink of Stella. So the first thing we're going to do is add Wink of Stella to these cotton pieces. And I'm trying not to go over the black ink just so that I don't make the black ink shiny. Because with this Wink of Stella, it will, you know, add glitter to the black lines and then make those black lines shiny, and I don't really want that. And it is a little bit hard to see on camera. In person, it looks really pretty with all these little cotton pieces. And this is what I was talking about with I've seen people take Q-tips and take the cotton off the Q-tips or cotton balls and then add the cotton to this, which I think would be really pretty. Okay, but then what I'm going to do to add just a little bit more color is right here at the base of all of these. I'm adding this shimmer pen, and this is in pink champagne. So I'm not going all the way up. I'm just kind of right at the base of each of these, adding a little bit of color. So I don't know if this like is necessary or not, but I don't know, it gives it a little bit of color. Okay, and then take your Wink of Stella again and kind of blend that out. It doesn't blend it out a ton, but adds a little bit more glitter. You can never have too much glitter and shimmer. Oh, I didn't add any to that one. I'll have to go back. So maybe you can sort of see the shimmer. I don't know if you can really even see it. Okay, so then we're going to use this, the gold glimmer, or the gold Nouveau drops. These definitely take a little getting used to when using them. But I like it. And then let me show you guys. Remember on Wednesday when we did these cards and we used the white, these white ones? So see how they just end up looking like enamel dots? So that's how they look when they dry. And then you can make them as flat or as thick as you want. You can make them, you know, different sizes. So these are the ones that, these cards I'm going to send to my mom. But we made these and we used the white. So today we're using the pale gold. So you have to let these dry. It's better to let them dry, like probably overnight. So then there's that. It opens up. So let me show you this one where I feel like some of the coloring, like you can see more of the coloring. Let me turn the light on. So this is with it popped up, with this part popped up, the base. And then this one, it's not popped up. And then I feel like this needs a little color there at the base. So there's the cards for today, you guys. I definitely like the way these turned out. I really love the pale gold drops on there. So I have probably ordered more of these in different colors, and you'll probably see that next week. But that's how the cards turned out today. So this stamp set is the one we used, the Country Home. You do not want to miss out on this stamp set. It is gorgeous. I've used it a ton. I really love it. This image right here coordinates with the embossing folder. And I love the sentiments. Simply thankful for all good things. Happy harvest blessings. So grateful for someone like you in my life. You are the happy to my day. Hello, enjoy, love, and thanks. I love the fonts that are paired together like this. I just love it. So that's the stamp set we used. And then the embossing folder that we used is the Settles embossing folder. The catalog does not do this one justice. It is this really fun design, and you can hardly see it. In person, it's really pretty. Just gives you this very delicate, fun background. So a few things before I jump off of here, you guys. Don't forget the World Card Making Day sale ends on the 7th. So there's some adhesive and some cardstocks and card kits, some fun things that you're going to want to stock up on. I stocked up on some adhesive, which is nice to be able to get that when it is on sale. So that ends on the 7th. Tomorrow is World Card Making Day. So how fun is that? I will be crafting all day tomorrow, which I'm excited about. I have some things planned to get to work on. And this is one of them. So this is one of the little copper tins, and I'm doing some stuff to put a few things together. So I'm working on that, and then I'll be sending some cards out. This is the last, this is the last weekend to place a $50 order or more and use the current host code to get this stamp set for free. I'm closing that order on Monday and placing my order and getting all the stamp sets to get things sent out to everybody. So this is the last weekend. If you're interested in placing a $50 order or more, you use the current host code and you get this stamp set for free, the whole stamp set. And then also, if you purchased the Candy Cane Season You Can Make It kit from me, where we will be making 3 cards using the stamp set and the punch. All of that is closing this weekend. All the product will be ordered, and then that class, it's like a class, it's like an exclusive class because you get exclusive cards to put together with exclusive videos. All of that will be shipping out by the end of next week. So thank you guys so much. I feel like it went really well this week. Live 3 times this week. And I'll be back again next week to go live with you 3 times next week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 11 a.m. We have lots more projects to make. We're going to make some 3D projects next week, some Halloween projects, so it'll be lots of fun. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, and I will chat with you later.